This is not the slick, highly polished Aston Martin you're used to. Not that it's rough around the edges, but this sporty Vantage GT is a bit more aggressive than the brand's flashy Vanquish. If the V12 Vanquish is James Bond sidling up to a mark at a cocktails party, the V8 Vantage GT is Jason Bourne punching his way out of the closest embassy. And that's a good thing. Dressed up with ghost stripes and gaudy accents meant to mimic the company's racing cars, the 2016 Aston Martin Vantage GT demands to be driven with vigor. Bring the V8 to life and relish the way it responds quickly to throttle inputs, then enjoy the way the exhaust note urges you to play the musical scales. Thrust the tall shift lever into first gear, give the engine a few more revs than you expect, the VIN clutch obfuscates its bite point, launch the car, and run the sonorous V8 toward its red line. In the style of old-school, naturally aspirated engines, the 4.7-liter Mills output swells in time with its revs, with peak torque arriving fashionably late at 5,000 revolutions per minute. As six-figure cars go, the Aston Martin Vantage is far from the most powerful, but its entertainment factor involves more than straight-line speed. Point the long nose toward an apex, and the Aston darts and jukes like, well, a sports car. The GT's quick ratio steering and uprated suspension respond instantly to our every input. We run the gearbox up and down its 6 ratios as we devour winding roads, smiling as we watch the tachometer twirl counterclockwise. Enormous brake discs burn off the speed in a moment. Nobody would accuse the V12 Vanquish of being a slouch, but this Vantage GT is a more lithe and nimble plaything. It connects more with its driver, especially when you're shifting gears yourself. All of which is fitting for the special edition Vantage GT model, which offers drivers 5 different stripe and color packages to get into the racing spirit. Personally, we would prefer a plainer, more elegant presentation of this Vantage, but the racing stripes do help remind us of this car's sporting intentions. Meanwhile, the attention to detail that we expect from Aston Martin is evident here, including sensuous sheet metal sculpture, gorgeous hand-stitched leather upholstery, delicate Bang & Olufsen audio tweeters on the dashboard, and the Aston Martin's usual pretty, but not especially legible, analog gauges. More than any other model in the British carmakers lineup, the 2016 Aston Martin Vantage GT is all about driving. Think of it less as ultra-suave James Bond and more as the gritty, aggressive action movie anti-hero. It's neither the fastest nor the prettiest nor the most technically advanced Aston money can buy, but it's the one that inspires us to drive, not cruise. This Vantage GT is all about winding roads, not valet parking. 2016 Aston Martin Vantage GT specifications on sale, now price, $107,825/$121,340, base/as tested engine, 4.7 liters stock 32-valve V8/430 horsepower at 7,300 revolutions per minute, 361 lb-ft at 5,000 revolutions per minute transmission: 6-speed manual layout, 2-door, 2-passenger, front engine, RWD coupe PA mileage, 14/21 miles per gallon. City/highway suspension F/R, control arms, coil springs, control arms, coil springs brakes, vented discs tires F/R, 245/40R19, 285/35R19 Bridgestone Potenza RE050ALXWXH. 172.6 by 73.4 by 49.6 in wheelbase, 102.4 in headroom, 36.7 in legroom, 42.8 in shoulder room, 54.8 in cargo room, 10.6 cubic feet weight, 3,549 pounds weight. Dist. F/R, 4951,060 miles per hour, 4.6 seconds 1/4 mile. N, a top speed, 190 miles per hour.